Hello developers, this is part 3 of function. In part 2, we have seen function with unit return type, function, default parameter function, named argument function, and single expression function. And in part 3, we will see local function, vararg function, extension function, and lambda function. End of the video, we will have one interview question as well. Okay, so let's get started. I have created one Kotlin file called function tutorial part 3. Here, first let's understand what is local function. So local function is a function inside another function. Okay, I repeat, a function inside another function, that is called local function. So here we have one function, that is main function. Inside main function, here I'll write one more function fun called local function, and here I can println. I'll use println to print message local function. Okay, so this is called local function, and let me call it. If I call this function here to check output, then here we can see error. Let me run it, and if I run it, then here we can see error, Kotlin unresolved reference local function. That means the reference of this local function is not finding. Here, let's understand this concept with the help of one variable. Okay, so here I'm declaring one variable, val name equal to Kotlin. Okay, so here I have one variable called name, and here I have assigned value Kotlin. If I want to access this variable here and name, okay, I'm printing name. So we cannot access this variable here because here we have on line number 14 I have declared this variable. I can't access before declare this variable here. So if I run it, then we can see same error, unresolved reference name. If I print here in line number 14, then we can access. Here we have declare variable, and here we can access. First we need to declare. Similar thing we can do with function also. If I access here, I have declared function, and here after declaring we can access here. Okay, let me call it. If I run it, then we can see output local function and Kotlin. Next function, vararg function, variable argument function. When we have one or more than one argument, I repeat, when we have one or more than one argument, then we should go for variable argument function. Let's understand with the help of example. Fun where argument function. Here I can take where arg numbers integer type. Okay, so this where arg is a keyword which takes one or more than one argument, and here I want to print the sum of this number. So I have declared one variable var total equal 0, and here I want to print for num in numbers, and here total plus equal num, and here I am printing total. Okay, let's understand quickly one more time. This is our function name where our keyword which takes one or more than one argument, and here we have used for loop, and here this number is array type. Okay, so it will take first value and then add, and then read next value and then add. End of this loop we are printing the sum of all values. Okay, let's call it to understand better. So here inside our main function I am calling this. First I want to pass one argument. Okay, so here I am passing one argument, that is 10 integer type. Okay, so to check output I am running it again, and here we can see output 10. Perfect. Next, I want to call this function with two argument. Okay, so here we have two values 10 and 20. The sum of 10 and 20 is 30. Okay, so let's check output. So we need to launch application again, and here we can see output 30. I'm calling same function one more time. This time I want to pass 1 to 10 argument. Okay, so here this time I'm passing 1 to 10 argument. Okay, we can pass n number of arguments. So for now, I'm passing 1 to 10 arguments. Let's check the sum of 1 to 10. Here we need to launch application again, and here we can see output 55. Next function is extension function. So what is extension function? Add a function to existing class. When we add function in existing class, that is called extension function. We often use extension function in day-to-day programming. So let's see example. I'm taking class string dot extension function, sorry, fun. I need to use fun. Okay. So this is the syntax of extension function. Fun, that is keyword to declare function, and then class, string class, and in existing string class I have declared this function that is called extension function, and here I want to print one message extension function and dollar this. Okay, I want to print some value. Here inside main function I can call it. So how we can call this extension function? Here first we need to pass this, we need to pass the value of this string. So here I am passing one string value Kotlin. This is the way to call extension function. First we need to pass value of class, then function name. Let's see one more time. Here we have class string extension function. Here we are printing extension function along with this value. Okay, let's check output, and here we can see output extension function Kotlin. Okay, let's see one more example to understand better. So this time I'll use class fun, keyword fun, and class this time I'm taking int, that is integer dot extension function. So here I am printing extension function with integer class. Here we are using integer class, and here I can print integer value. So now let's call it here int value. I am passing 99 dot extension function. I'll launch application, and here we can see output extension function with integer class. Perfect. This is also working fine. Last function is lambda function. This is very important and very interesting function in Kotlin. We also call it anonymous function. That means a function which does not have any name. I repeat, a function which does not have any name. That is called lambda function or anonymous function. Here we have one example. Well, lambda function equal and then curly bracket. Okay, so this is the syntax of lambda function. If you notice, if you compare this lambda function with other function, so this lambda function has unique syntax. Okay, and this function does not have any name. So here I want to print some value. So for that I'm taking one variable name string type, and here I can print lambda function, and here I'll print name. So this is the way to print value in lambda. Okay, now let's call this function, and here how we can call this lambda function, and then round bracket. Here I'll pass value source code from GitHub repository. Okay, so this source code you can download from GitHub, and this is the way to call lambda function. And here we can see output lambda function download source code from GitHub repository. So this is the okay. If you need this source code, then you can download from my GitHub repository. Now, interview question: what is the difference between lambda function and extension function? Write your answer in the comment section below.